Pickles, a very happy Vlogmas to you once again. It is Tuesday the 3rd of December. Thank heavens for Vlogmas because I would lose track of the dates altogether. This is the one time of year when I can usually be relied on to remember the date as well as the day. This is very helpful. But yes, it is Tuesday the 3rd of December. I am back home now, having had a big crazy full-on day at work, but I'm back home and I am hopeful that at some point this evening I am going to be able to take receipt of my Christmas tree. Yes, indeed. I am, unlike last year where I did film a brief vlog about the trials and tribulations of lugging a Christmas tree 10 minutes all by myself and the resultant just manic episode that appeared to happen in about day 5 of the vlog, there or thereabouts. This year I have taken the executive decision to have it delivered to my house, which I know not everyone can do that. I know obviously logistically it doesn't quite work. Thankfully in London there are plenty of places that offer delivery service that also have sustainable forests that they use to source their trees, and so I am delighted to be getting one from there. It's arriving at some point this evening. I don't know exactly when, but when it does, rest assured I will take you along for a little bit of Christmas tree decoration, dunderknit style. Hello again. Christmas is slowly starting to take shape over here at dunderknit. My lights are on and twinkly. This is where my Christmas tree will be going when it eventually arrives. They have a delivery window of between 6 and 10. It's currently 8. We're halfway through. Depending on how late it is, I may not end up decorating it tonight, but at least the room will be festive. Other than that, there's a few bits and pieces around that I can show you. We have a few little festive touches here on my built-in cabinet. For those of you that don't know, I do currently rent at the moment, so some of the furniture is not mine, but these little touches most definitely are. Those of you who've watched last year's Vlogmas know that I have a bit of a thing with stags and reindeer. Yeah, so this is really no exception. Most of the year round, what I'm about to show you is something I humbly refer to as the stag, but for at least 6 weeks of the year, it really is able to shine, quite literally. I love this thing so much. Yeah, I have a reindeer light in my living room all year round. Not even ashamed. And continuing on the theme, we have our little reindeer lights over the top of the fireplace. As I say, slightly obsessed. Continuing on the theme. So yes, the tree is here. It is fabulous. It's about the right height. It is smaller than last year. Lesson firmly learned on that side. The only thing is it's quite damp still, so it's also about 9:45 at night, and I know if I start decorating I will be up for hours. So what I think I'm going to do is I have another quiet evening planned for tomorrow night, which I'm very excited about before the madness of Christmas begins. I think I'm going to hold off decorating for tomorrow night for the tree and come back to you with it then. In the meantime, the house itself is looking pretty festive, so twinkly lights that are ready to go on the tree, they'll get spun around the tree when that's here. And then we've got my star garland from many years ago now. I have little knitted stars. Can you see them? Is it going to focus? That is the question. So here we are. Here are these little knitted stars. So I have them in all sorts of greys and silvers and reds. And there's another silver one up there. So yeah, I knitted these maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, and this garland is still going strong. So there's a little sort of berry red one up there, and then another sort of orangey red one. They look sort of dark grey, but it's just the lighting in here. And so I think that might be me for this evening. As I say, I'm leaving the tree in the front room there just to dry out a little bit more, just to get rid of some of the dampness, and then I think I will decorate it properly tomorrow. I'm going to settle in and do a little bit more on my crochet blanket, because yes, you heard it here first, I too have been bitten by the crochet blanket bug once again. Now, this is a blanket that I've been working on for the last few Vlogmases or Christmases with Advent minis and so on. I used my A Homespun House Vlogmas minis last year for the blanket and managed to keep up roughly with the one a day, which was fab. This year I'm already behind. I'm not setting myself the task of doing one a day, not least because I am not the fastest with crochet and it takes me a long old time just to do one colour, which I'm doing for 2 stripes. So I'm back and forth. So yeah, so I'm not quite setting myself that goal. If I get 12 done during the Advent, I will be pretty happy with that. I'm not using Advent minis, I'm actually using scraps and minis that I've had left over either from other projects or from swaps or minis that I've bought in the past, because I've got quite a stash of them and I do need to work through them. So I'm prioritising those, and then I do want to do something with my Advent skeins at some point. I'm just not totally sure what. So yeah, come back to me on that and I will let you know. But in the meantime, I'm going to sign off for tonight and I will see you again tomorrow, possibly in roughly the same place at hopefully a little bit earlier so I can make a start on this tree decoration. Have a good one. Good morning, Pickles. Happy day 4 of Vlogmas, the 4th of December over here. I am just ready and just about to head to work. I don't have time to do my advent calendar this morning, so we will be doing that later on. But I bought this orange jumper on a whim, right? So I would love to say that I have an entirely self-made wardrobe. I don't. I'm sorry. But at the same time, so store-bought orange jumper, thinking, I've always thought about dipping my toe into orange. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's never a colour that I've gravitated towards, probably something to do with the red hair, and being a natural redhead you kind of gravitate away from colours that look too much the same as your hair. You know, either way. But yeah, I got this thinking I might wear it, I might return it, I'll see how we go. Put it on this morning and I think it might be my new favourite thing. Oh, it's ridiculous. I really, really like it. I kind of don't care that it clashes with my hair. Like, we're gonna go with it. We'll see how we go today. But yeah, so far, a little bit obsessed. Hello there folks, it is now much later on Tuesday. I have been at work, I have done all the things. It was a fairly manic day in the end, and do you know what, one of those days where depending on the type of person that you are, it probably varies. I'm someone who, I do quite well under pressure, I do quite well in a crisis. It kind of sharpens my thinking and helps me to focus, and there were definitely a good few issues and problems and challenges that arose today that needed a bit of kind of thinking through and focus, but you know what, it was good. They're all problems that I enjoy solving. It's part of why I enjoy my day job. But yeah, even though at one point I had to dash out of the office and get on the tube and go 4 stops up to Camden to find and buy a phone handset. Very long story, very boring story, not one I'm going to go into here, but there we go. So I am now back at home, clearly slightly giddy and delirious, but I am about to embark on putting up my Christmas tree. I am decked in festive attire, channeling Hannah of the Corner of Craft with one of my festive tees. I will show you it momentarily in its full glory. But yeah, I'm about to make a start on putting up my Christmas tree, so I hope you enjoy. And this is like a 3-for-1 shot here, in that we have knitwear in the form of my farmhouse cardigan, we have a Christmas t-shirt, and we have a gratuitous boob shot. So, you know, all these things in one. Christmas t-shirt, I am of course channeling one of, if not indeed the greatest Christmas films, in the form of Home Alone. Those of you out there who get the reference, full play to you, full marks to you. You are my kind of people. Definitely one of the best Christmas films. Anyway, we're going to move on with decorating the tree. Alrighty then, step 1 is to place the tree in its base, and step 2 is to then remove the, what I affectionately like to call, tree condom, which is the mesh netting over the top of the tree itself. I have done both of those things because those are not photogenic when there's only one of you. So I've carried on with those regardless, and the good news is the height is better than it was last year. Last year's tree was a little bit too tall, it kind of dwarfed the room a little bit too grand. Height, better. Girth, challenging. Challenging girth. Yeah. It's big tree. Step 3. Gentle pruning, I feel. I'll be right back. Okay, to say that we've trimmed is probably an understatement. There has been some gentle, I'm gonna call it hacking. And I have tree in my hair, which probably gives an indication as to just how gentle that's been. Yeah, we now have it positioned in the corner. This is a good thing. There is room to get past on this side. Admittedly, it's some gentle like boogie like sidling, but you know, we should be fine. I could of course just do a little gentle yeah, that small pile in the corner, pay no attention to the small pile in the corner. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But yeah, this is kind of where we've got to. So just for scale, just so we're clear, we've got, you know, there is a degree of access. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, I literally never learn. Never learn. Never mind. It'll be fine. I mean, I know the branches are going to drop and everything, but psh, don't worry about it. It's Christmas. Other holidays are also available. Whether they give you the same degree of leeway or not, that is up to you. Big tree. Alrighty, we are getting there. Little bit more gentle trimming has now been done, and lights are on, and that's always a faff. So I've done that now as well. So we have tree complete with lights. It's all twinkly and magical and Christmassy. I'm so excited. So now comes the actual fun bit. Lights are just logistics. We know this, right? So lights are logistics. Cutting is hopefully optional. And no one else had to go through quite the same rigmarole as this. The fun part, as we all know, is the actual decorations. So from here on out, that's what we're doing. Okay, so this is when you start to realise quite how particular I am about my tree and my decorations. You may have noticed that in putting down my base layer, for that is what this is, these are filler decorations that are designed to catch the light and provide an entertaining base layer upon which I will lay my statement decorations, because oh yes, I have those. I am all kinds of crazy. Yeah, so I have my base layer now. This is my reds, my silvers, my golds, and then I have my accent statement decorations that go on next. It's only really when saying this out loud you realise the level to which you have internalised your own mother. And Mum, I know you're watching this, and yes, Yes, you are to blame for so much of this right now. I mean, thank you, because I'm confident I will end up with a decent looking tree at the end of it, but also we have some issues. Okay, there's been a fair bit of jiggery-pokery back and forth and moving things around just to make sure it's all balanced and that I'm happy with it, but I think, barring any last minute, you know, indecision and changes, I think we might be done. And there you have it. Christmas is well and truly here, chez Dunderknit. Well, it's fair to say that with all my faffing, it's taken a little bit longer than I intended. It is now fairly late, but the good news is I have a fully festived up tree, and so I'm going to call it a day from here. Thank you so much for decorating with me, my friends. This has been delightful. Apologies if you saw me bopping away during any of that kind of tree decorating portion. I did have some music on the background. I was enjoying myself and getting into a general festive spirit. But yes, we are pretty much done with the tree, so I'm going to sign off for now, and I will speak to you tomorrow, I am sure. Bye, folks. Pickles, I hope you are well. It is the 5th of December, the evening of the 5th of December, and I've just opened my Advent mini for today. My minis this year, which is my Advent calendar from Nora George Yarns, look so beautiful. They are muted and speckly and just, they look stunning together. I'm always so excited to open the next days, and hopefully you are too enjoying that along with me. As I say, it is the evening. Today has been a particularly long and particularly just unremarkable sort of vlogmasy kind of day, although very much a standard working day in that sense. Lots of meetings, lots of talking, and so as such I'm going to enjoy a quiet evening. Having spent the last few evenings rushing around doing some decorating, seeing some people, tonight is going to be quiet. I'm going to be pulling together some of the footage from the last few days, getting this version or getting this vlog up onto the YouTubes, and yeah, and now I will say, just as a little tidbit, a little teaser, that if you enjoyed last year's Vlogmas, you might enjoy the next episode that I'm going to be putting up. I'm not going to go into any more detail than that, but let's just say there will be a repeat visit from one of the places that I went to last year, which I'm incredibly excited about. So yes, I think I am going to settle in for this evening and start making a little bit of a dent in my editing. So I hope you're all well. I hope you're enjoying Vlogmas this year, albeit mine is a little disjointed. Others are doing a far more consistent and entertaining job. So I hope you're enjoying it nonetheless, and have wonderful evenings. I will see you very, very soon. Bye.